Well, after a week of rest, it's back to work in Birmingham for Legion FC. And today brings in New York Red Bulls 2, determined to play spoiler once again this week. It's all setting up for a fun Sunday afternoon in the USL Championship. Hello from Birmingham, Alabama in Protective Stadium. Our host for today's contest presented by Thompson Rents, featuring Birmingham Legion FC taking on New York Red Bulls 2. Welcome into our broadcast booth, everybody. Alongside the coach, Mike Getman, I'm Blake Gardner. Glad you could join us on this Sunday. And Mike, last week, New York Red Bulls 2 really surprised Pittsburgh. The Riverhounds drew with the Baby Bulls. Birmingham Legion, though, they really haven't had much trouble with young teams this year.
That's right. Birmingham Legion have really been beating up on the younger teams in the league. 6 goals against Atlanta United 2, 6 goals against Loudoun United. Can they do that again tonight? Or will the frantic style of New York Red Bulls 2 slow down this Birmingham attack?
Yeah, Birmingham looking for a season sweep after winning in New Jersey a few months ago. And if the Baby Bulls are going to prevail today, let's get a look at our impact players and start with Giannis Nicopolidis, who needs to play very, very well in front of goal.
Well, Nicopolidis has been really good all season long, and he's going to have another big game. He's a big-time player who makes the big saves. He's got to be on his game tonight.
Former Georgetown Hoya comes into the night with 46 saves so far this year, including a couple of excellent ones last week against Pittsburgh. Trying to replicate that performance here in Birmingham today. Speaking of Birmingham, Enzo Martinez comes into the weekend fresh off yet another outstanding performance.
Enzo Martinez is the engine that makes this team run. He scores goals, he sets up goals, and maybe most importantly, he outworks everybody on the field.
He's coming off a performance against Memphis that earned him his 3rd Team of the Week nomination this year. He leads the Legion line once again today. Well, we are just about ready for game time in the Magic City. Can Birmingham keep pace with Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay in the Eastern Conference? Or can the Baby Bulls steal points off the Legion? It's Legion FC against Red Bulls 2, and it comes your way right after this.
I need to try it first.
Our job is to keep your lights on. That's what you expect and deserve from Alabama Power. Our team works hard to prevent outages, but when they happen, we're on it. And we have some new tools to keep you informed. Visit Alabama Power's new outage map to see local outages and get repair time updates. Sign up to get personalized outage alerts by text or email for free. While we're out there getting your lights back on, we want you to have the latest information. That's our job, and we're grateful you trust us to serve you.
Breaking in, Kasim! The first goal in Birmingham history is a beauty! Johnson in on goal, it's Daniel Johnson!
Welcome back to more coverage of the USL Championship on this Sunday afternoon from Birmingham, Alabama. Almost time for kickoff, but first let's get a look at each side's starting 11s. And Mike, let's start with the visitors, New York Red Bulls 2. Just a couple of changes from the lineup that got that 2-2 draw in Pittsburgh last weekend.
Well, they had success last weekend with a very young lineup, full of energy. Why make big changes? The one I'm really excited to watch, Eric Ruiz, 92 in the center of midfield. This is his first start ever.
He and Jonathan Felipe, John Murphy, and Jordan Adebayo-Smith. Some youngsters in attack, but plenty of dynamic attacking talent. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion FC, just one change. Jake Roof in the back from the lineup that got that big result at Memphis.
Every player in this lineup has started a lot of games this season, all of them playing in comfortable positions. It's a team that's been on a roll. Why make changes when everything's working?
Referees today are led by John Maddow. The North Carolina native gets his 6th USL head refereeing assignment this year. First time seeing Birmingham Legion. There's the interim head coach for New York Red Bulls 2, Ibrahim Sakaya. His 8th season on the coaching staff with New York Red Bulls 2, took over a few months ago back in July. And there's head coach Tom Sohn on the other touchline of Birmingham Legion FC, now in his 4th season at the helm. Coach Sohn well on his way to getting Birmingham Legion back in the playoffs for the 4th consecutive year. Almost time for kickoff in the Magic City Protective Stadium, and it is a warm, toasty afternoon in the deep south, 91 degrees with humidity factored in. Weather Channel says it feels down on the field more like 98. So Birmingham Legion, the home side, opting to go with the white tops today, with the black shorts, forcing New York Red Bulls 2 into their darker colors here on the road. But it's a Birmingham Legion side that are trying to keep pace with the rest. The top quartile of the Eastern Conference table coming into the day. Tampa Bay a winner already this weekend. Pittsburgh a winner already this weekend. Miami and Detroit as well have taken 3 points. Birmingham Legion trying to match those 3-point performances and win their 5th in 6 games. Juan Agadello, Birmingham Legion ready to go. Matt Van Okel, their goalkeeper as well. New York Red Bulls 2 look like they're ready to rock as well. These two teams first met this year back in May. They meet for a 2nd time here today, and we are underway from Protective Stadium. The first minute of today's contest presented by Fleetio. An early foul against Marlon Santos. A free kick given to New York Red Bulls 2. That's Curtis Ofori. It's dropped down near the corner flag.
Santos looking a little shocked that the call went against him, but Legion right off the kickoff trying to play the ball behind the New York defense and really get after them.
So a free kick for New York Red Bulls 2. Giannis Nikopolidis will send things away for Red Bulls 2, and it gives us a chance to look at our injury report today. We'll start with the visitors from New Jersey. Aaron Racinos was questionable coming into the day, but he is in the 18, so we expect to see him at some point. Meanwhile, the defender Juan Castillo and the forward Ilya Turkus continue to miss time. Both are out today and did not make the trip for New York Red Bulls 2. Meanwhile, on the other side of things for Birmingham Legion FC, of course, still without Freddie Kleeman with that torn ACL. Prosper Kasim, questionable with the leg injury coming into today. He is not in the 18 for Birmingham. The only other man unavailable for selection today for Birmingham Legion, Mikey Lopez, who picked up a yellow card last weekend in Memphis, and he is suspended today due to yellow card accumulation. As Birmingham Legion win another throw down near that corner. Back it goes to the captain, Fanuel Kavita. He and Alex Cronali once again the center backs today for Birmingham. Jake Roof, the fullback on this near side, as his pass is picked, but he wins it back in short order and finds Anderson Asiadu with space. Asiadu into the box, cuts it back. Martinez denied. Asiadu scores! In less than 2 minutes in, Birmingham Legion on the board, but the flag is up for offside. Take it away.
Well, the goal won't count, but some really nice play from Birmingham Legion. Anderson Asiadu thought he had another goal to his name. He's normally a defensive midfielder. We've seen him a few times in more attacking roles as he is today. He'll be disappointed that that one didn't count.
Would have been the 3rd goal this year for Anderson Asiadu. 25-year-old has been an integral part of this Birmingham side since coming over midway through 2019. Martinez in the run of Juan Agadello. Good work by Nikopolidis to come off his line and collect. Another look at that crack from Martinez, and then the follow-up from Asiadu.
When the shot was taken, and Siadu clearly behind the last defender, so the referee's making the correct call on that play.
Aravo's pass picked off, intended for Juan Agudelo. Alex Crognale commits the foul before New York Red Bulls 2 can break. Quickly put back in play by Daniel De Leon. Mullins, could he keep it in play? Not quite. Vontae Mullings, the Canadian, the right fullback once again today for New York Red Bulls 2, and he's been a constant force for this Red Bull 2 side all season long. Their team leader in minutes with over 2,000 so far this year. Kavita couldn't quite get a boot on that pass, and Birmingham very cheaply conceded the first corner of the match.
This is a very athletic New York Red Bulls 2 side. You don't want to give them set pieces and corners, opportunities for them to bring their big and athletic players into the attack. They don't score a lot of goals, but any set piece can be dangerous. One player can get up over everybody else, or one perfect service can be the difference.
John Murphy, the 22-year-old, to supply the service from this near side flag. Floating service, Matt Van Oekel makes a rather easy catch. Nothing comes to the set piece in the end, and Mike, it gives us a chance to look at our keys to the game today, and let's start with New York Red Bulls 2. They got a result their last time on the road against Pittsburgh. What do they need to do today to pick up another road result?
Well, they want to press. That's their style. They take chances. They defend by stepping everybody forward, and if they can have success, if they can create chaos, they'll feel like they've had a good day. They also want to come with energy. They're a young team. Their goal is to just make you work harder than you're used to. For the Legion, it's about spreading out, making the field big, making New York chase them over this big field, and can they keep possession and control the tempo of the game.
Birmingham have controlled the tempo of the game by and large here at home, especially over the past few months of this summer. As Martinez commits the foul. Another free kick for Red Bulls 2. Birmingham Legion come into the day sitting on 47 points, tied for 4th in the Eastern Conference with Pittsburgh Riverhounds, and just 4 points behind the 3 spot occupied by the Tampa Bay Rowdies. New York Red Bulls 2, meanwhile, one of 3 teams in the East that have been officially eliminated from playoff contention. Red Bulls 2 along with Atlanta United 2 and Charleston Battery. Steen flips it forward, looking for Marlon Santos, who was held back. Free kick given. Looked like Michael Knapp, the man who committed the foul. Early whistles so far this afternoon for John Matto. His first time seeing either side this year. Kavita towards Agudelo, who looked like he was tripped up. Referee said no. Hassan Indam was there on the challenge. 23-year-old very quickly climbing up the list. Most minutes played by anybody in a New York Red Bulls 2 shirt. His pass finds Mullings on this near side. Mullings couldn't quite get it back, not quite on the same page with Felipe. Bruno Lapa, Enzo Martinez. Here comes Johnny Dean joining the fray. Johnny Dean using that pace. Marlon Santos out wide. Santos' cross cut out by Indam. And it does stay in play. Worked by a forward, not quick to concede a corner. Birmingham wastes no time getting the action moving again. Flag stays down. Dean cuts it back. Agudelo saved by Nicopolidis.
Juan Agudelo would like to have that one back. That was laid on a platter for him, 12 yards out, and he totally scuffed the shot.
Second save already for Giannis Nicopolidis, who's very quickly approaching 50 saves now in his 13th start this year. Roof got in on the challenge. It was going to be a foul. Referee opting to let play go. Matt Van Oekel off his line. to come and collect that before Murphy got there. Matt Van Oekel, one of the best keepers in the USL this year, tied for a league-high 11 clean sheets. Anderson Asiru behind the defense. Good job by Nicopolidis to come off his line and collect.
That combination was on. The pass just a little too hard. Anderson Asiru couldn't run it down.
Agudelo won it back quickly though. Marlon Santos is in. Marlon Santos just wide.
The Legion attack is taking this New York Red Bulls 2 defense apart. Just basic, simple passing, a great diagonal ball behind the defense. Marlon Santos just pushing it wide of the post.
Santos doesn't miss by much. And a giveaway here. Martinez went to ground. Almost got there as Nicopolidis was nearly caught playing at his feet.
Enzo Martinez very unhappy because it was a back pass from a defender played back to Nicopolidis. Nicopolidis had a bad touch, and so he had to reach with his hand to stop the goal. So it should be an indirect free kick for Legion inside the 6.
The referee having none of Martinez and Kavita's protestations. Kavita now talking to the 4th official as well.
The referees don't get the advantage of looking at the replay. No question, it was a back pass, no question. It should have been a foul going in the direction of Legion.
Birmingham win it back quickly once again. Martinez, still Enzo Martinez. Martinez has a shot deflected. Nicopolidis makes the play. Birmingham continuing to put this Red Bulls 2 defense under duress. The Baby Bulls rather fortunate not to be down at least 1-0 here 10 minutes in.
One goal called back for offsides. Several very good chances created. We're 10 minutes in. If it stays at this pace, this could be a very high scoring match.
Throw in for Birmingham after Ofori played that into the stands. Legion FC get it back in play with Kernali and their goalkeeper Matt Van Oekel. Ten and a half minutes in, and it's been a fast and furious start here at Protective Stadium. Bruno Lapa couldn't quite win that challenge against Mullings. Mullings, though, with his back to goal, is fouled by Juan Agudelo. Birmingham fans down below not thrilled with our referee John Maddow nearly a dozen minutes in.
Is he being pulled back? Looked like Juan Agudelo had both hands in the air to show that he wasn't, but referee gave the call.
Agudelo lobs over the top. Enzo Martinez making a run forward once again. Martinez, a serve that has to be sent over the bar by Nicopolidis.
I'm not sure if that was a serve or not. That was a close one. Nicopolidis did really well to get back and tip it over the bar. Enzo Martinez, he's got that little X factor that makes you wonder, was he trying that or did he just mishit that ball?
Corner kick brought to you by Chick-fil-A, the first for Birmingham Legion. Bruno Lapa has his serve headed away by Dean, or headed away to Dean, I should say. Dean back in the mix, just over the top of Marlon Santos, and now it is sent all the way back to Birmingham's defensive half. Martinez trying to play the switch just a bit out front of Johnny Dean. Birmingham fans, don't forget to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news. Be sure to follow @BHM Legion on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Download the Legion FC app today. Available on both Google Play and the App Store. The Legion FC app and @BHM Legion on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So once again, Birmingham's pressure gives them possession back in the attacking third. Marlon Santos went down. Referee didn't give him the whistle. Jordan Adebayo-Smith off and running around Alex Kernali. Adebayo-Smith Support arriving, but his pass does not quite find its intended target.
Adebayo Smith has fantastic pace. He can get behind any defense. That time he did well, and then his pass just not quite as accurate as it needed to be.
Here comes Murphy trying to thread it through. Baby Bulls with a chance. Matt Van Oekel with a huge save. First big stop of the night for Matt Van Oekel, and a big collision at the end of it.
Looked like Jake Roof just got on the wrong side of his man. New York Red Bulls were in. Matt Van Oekel doing what he's done most of this season, which is coming up with a really big save at a key moment.
Michael Knapp on the doorstep. New Jersey native with a chance to give the New York squad the lead. Instead, it's their second corner here of the first half. Matt Van Oekel, another save. Son Indom rose up to meet it. And Oekel makes his second consecutive stop. Heravo to the chest of Martinez. And it is end to end. So far, 14 plus minutes in. Defensive work by New York Red Bulls 2. Jonathan Felipe trying to get around Alex Crognale, who was having none of that. 14th start of the year for Felipe, who starts as the number 9. He and Adebayo Smith up front for New York Red Bulls 2. As Roof looks for the run of Bruno Lapa. Lapa trying to run it down. Did keep it in play. Couldn't do much more than that. Aravo and Martinez keep it in the Birmingham attacking half. Zach Aravo wins the Birmingham throw. What an important cog Zachary Aravo has been this year. 20th start for him.
Past seasons, he's missed a lot of games for international duty. He's had 1 or 2 times when he's been injured. This year, he's been available all season long. He's been very consistent, and he's been rewarded with a lot of starts.
Approaching 130 duels won this year is Zach Aravo, one of the tougher midfielders on this Birmingham club. It's Asiad who cuts it inside, tried to play the killer pass. It was picked off instead. Ruiz out the other side. Here's Adebayo Smith. To the feet of Ruiz. Murphy trying to get around defenders, and he's hacked down by Alex Crognale. Free kick given. An excellent run from John Murphy. Gives New York Red Bulls 2 shooting opportunity here on this set piece.
Crognale a little bit lucky he doesn't get a yellow card on this. He leaves his leg hanging out there, clearly a deliberate foul. Knew he was beaten, didn't want to let the man run towards goal.
John Murphy's been a dangerous man the past few weeks for New York Red Bulls too. He's got a goal or an assist in each of New York's last 3 matches. That includes a goal last time out at Pittsburgh. It's Murphy and Felipe who are having a long look at this one. Referee drawing a fresh line for the wall of Birmingham Legion, about a yard behind where players were initially standing. It is Felipe, and Van Oekel had it covered.
And Van Oekel had it covered, but that was close. That ball grazed the top of the net as it went over the crossbar. So after an opening 10 minutes that were by and large dominated by this Birmingham pressure and attack, New York Red Bulls 2 have generated a couple of scoring chances of their own. Based on the opportunities we've had, it's almost hard to believe it's still 0-0 here in the 18th minute. As Aravo and Roof try to work out of trouble. And a free kick and a foul given. Legion showing some composure, but also taking a risk in the back. New York wants you to try and dribble out of their pressure. They send a lot of players forward. They'll double team. They take risks at that end of the field.
Here comes Johnny Dean attacking a crease, looking for Martinez, just a bit too far out front of him. Not a bad idea there from Dean, who's one of the most dynamic fullbacks in the league. Approaching 40 scoring chances created this year as a fullback. Miraveau. Marlon Santos. Once again out to that wide side for Dean. Former UCF Golden Knights. Cronali, a first-time switch. Siadu able to bring it down, but couldn't keep it close. Sent away by Mullings. Agudelo. The defender on his back, trying to corral it. Still one Agudelo. It's good individual defending there from Indom. And a man down for New York Red Bulls too. That's Jesus Castellano, the 18-year-old from Venezuela, who's making his 7th straight start this afternoon. He's going to need some medical attention here in the 20th minute.
I think in all the twisting and turning, he may have caught either a finger or maybe an elbow in the eye. Didn't look like anything all that serious, but you get a finger in the eye, especially if you happen to wear contacts, it can cause some problems for you.
Doesn't look too serious as Castellano is already up into his feet. Serves as a de facto water break for a few of the players down in that area as well. Again, a warm and steamy day here in Birmingham, well north of 90 degrees. Would imagine we'll probably have a hydration break at some point in this first half.
You play on turf, you add 10 degrees to the temperature because the field and the rubber pellets below hold the heat in. These players will feel like they've been steam broiled.
New York Red Bulls 2 playing down a man for the moment as Castellano gets set to come back on here another moment or two. Referee still has not waved him back on, even though Castellano looks like he's good to go. Cronali's pass in between two white shirts. Throw for Red Bulls 2, and now they will get back to full strength. Flicked all the way back to Alex Cronali. Fans celebrating its 75th anniversary. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. Choose what you play with at www.selectsportamerica.com. Select, the league's choice, the player's choice, as Jake Roof is brought down rather rudely. Now goes against Michael Knapp. Birmingham Legion opt to play quickly. Martinez. Again, not quite on the same page with Santos and Dean on that far side.
Martinez just wanted to get it out wide as quick as he could. He knew the break was on, just didn't wrap his foot around the ball the way he meant to.
Approaching the midway point of this opening 45 minutes. Scoreless between Birmingham Legion and New York Red Bulls 2. Their 2nd meeting of the year, their 4th overall. Birmingham, who took a 2-1 win away from New Jersey back in May. But now the break may be on here for Red Bulls 2. Here comes Castellano pushing forward. Jonathan Felipe cuts it back. Cronali sent it back where it came from. And now Roof gets it away from danger. Agudelo trying to turn. Lovely turn and find for Enzo Martinez. He's got Marlon Santos with him. Martinez, just over the bar. End to end, as it has been the bulk of this first half.
Hassan Endom did a great job defensively battling with Juan Agudelo, but Juan Agudelo just rides the pressure so well, feels the man on his back, beats him into position, and knows where he wants to play this ball. No goal coming from it, but a very dangerous opportunity for Legion, all coming off of the hold-up play from Juan Agudelo.
Pass just a bit in front of Felipe. Still gets through to Knapp. Gets it back to Jonathan Felipe. Asiadu clatters into him. Referee plays the advantage. Here's Adebayo Smith. Adebayo Smith, was he brought down? Yes, he was. Penalty given. And a yellow card shown to Alex Crinali.
You can argue all you want to. Referee has this call right. Adebayo Smith is so fast. His first touch is out in front. Alex Crinali was a little bit committed to the tackle, and there was no way he was going to get out of the tackle quick enough. You'll see this first touch right there, and Alex Crinali sliding in, gets none of the ball. Referee really has no choice but to make this call.
And now a yellow card's been shown Fanuel Kavita as well for arguing with John Matto, our referee today, who has not made any friends so far at Protective Stadium.
There's been a few calls you could argue with. I don't see what the argument is on this one. Alex Crinali went to ground, got nothing but the legs of Adebayo Smith.
Just the third penalty Birmingham Legion has conceded this year. It gives New York Red Bulls 2 a chance at an early lead from the spot. And it is slotted home. New York Red Bulls 2 have an early lead here in Birmingham on this Sunday. And it's the man who won the penalty, Jordan Adebayo Smith, who finds the bottom corner.
The whole team is going to celebrate in the corner. They haven't gotten to do that very often this season. They should enjoy the goal, but there's a lot of time left to play.
What a play from Jordan Adebayo Smith, who scored the last time these two teams met in New Jersey. He scores again here in Birmingham. And Mike, this is a well-taken penalty from the 21-year-old.
He steps up, hits it firmly in the side netting. Matt Van Oekel guessed right, stretched out that big frame, but just couldn't reach it because it was so well placed.
Fifth goal of the year for Jordan Adebayo Smith. Man on loan from Tampa Bay Rowdies. Has scored against Birmingham for the second time this year. And after an early attacking flurry, Birmingham Legion find themselves trailing here at home. So how does Birmingham Legion respond with less than 19 minutes in this first half, now chasing an equalizer? It's the Birmingham attack that put up 4 goals last time out on the road against their rivals Memphis in a 4-2 win. As Crinali looks for the run of Juan Agudelo. Great ball from Crinali. Agudelo leaves it for Asiadu. Asiadu couldn't quite get it all the way through traffic to Martinez. Good play by Daniel De Leon to cut out the trouble. Good composure from Ruiz. Allow Red Bulls 2 to maintain possession. Castellano. All the way back it goes to the Birmingham goalkeeper, Matt Van Oekel. Birmingham fans, Legion FC head out to the road after this match to take on Miami FC. Saturday, September 3rd at 6 o'clock. Fans can tune in to watch the match on ESPN Plus or My68. Follow at BHM Legion for live match updates. Zach Arivo is brought down. Free kick for Legion FC, who return to Protective Stadium on Wednesday, September 14th. 7 o'clock Central Time to battle the Pittsburgh Riverhounds in a pivotal matchup in the Eastern Conference playoff race. Get your tickets today at bhmlegion.com/tickets. It's Birmingham Legion and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, Wednesday, September 14th. So Agudelo couldn't quite get on the other end of that long ball.
Legion have made a decision before this game that they were going to play a lot of balls over the top of this New York Red Bulls defense. We've seen a lot of balls through, we've seen diagonal, we've seen balls straight over the top. Team that normally is keeping possession and moving the ball side to side is clearly trying to be a little more direct today.
Knapp out the other side for Ofori. Curtis Ofori, edge of the area. Castellano tees it up. Van Oekel pushes it aside. Pretty good effort from the Venezuelan, and Van Oekel makes his third save of the afternoon.
Pretty good distance, but he got every bit of that ball. Matt Van Oekel needed the full stretch to get to it.
Best look from behind the goal.
It's a great angle. Looked like it might have been just wide, but Matt Van Oekel wasn't taking any chances.
Stoppage before this corner is taken as Kavita and Inzam were shoulder to shoulder. Can Murphy pick out a target? He has a short option as well. Murphy towards Inzam. Bio Smith back out wide to Murphy. Murphy to the back post and well beyond everybody. Half hour in here in the Magic City Protective Stadium. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman, glad to have you with us for the Sunday afternoon showdown between Birmingham Legion and New York Red Bulls 2. Only game in the USL Championship today, as Marlon Santos couldn't quite keep that in play. And here at the half hour mark, we're going to get our first hydration break of the afternoon. So a stoppage sends both sides to the touchlines, and Mike, 30 minutes in. Birmingham Legion obviously very disappointed not to have scored early on. But credit to New York Red Bulls too. They were getting thrown around a little bit early, but they battled back. They created a couple of their own chances. And one of those ended up being a penalty that was converted to give them the lead so far today.
I think both teams probably felt the game was going their way. Birmingham Legion created 4 or 5 really good chances, just couldn't convert. But New York Red Bulls 2 had several opportunities. They've made Matt Van Oekel make a couple of saves. And of course, they got the penalty.
Yeah, the penalty given to New York Red Bulls 2, the deciding moment so far in this one. Bio Smith was brought down by Alex Cronali.
Certainly a play that Legion players felt shouldn't have been called, but I just don't see what the argument was. No question, Bio Smith was taken down. A great finish that no keeper was going to save. New York Red Bulls got the goal they wanted. They've created a number of chances. I think they have to be happy with how the play has been. At the other end, they've been very fortunate that they haven't given up a couple of goals. And I doubt the way this match is being played that one goal is going to hold up.
It's been end to end for a large chunk of this first half. Both sides have had their opportunities. Combined for 11 shots so far. The majority of those have been on goal, forced some saves. Let's see what the final 15 minutes of this opening 45 have in store.
You have to give New York some credit. They have a style, they have a method, they stick to it even though they've been broken down a couple of times and Legion have gotten behind them. They just keep doing the same things and looking for their opportunities at the other end, and at the moment it's working.
Forey throws it back in play, and we are restarted after that hydration break. Good work by De Leon to fight around the body of Agatello. Ruiz for Knapp. Knapp lost his footing. Still able to maintain possession. Felipe taken off it by Lapa. And Roof with lovely touch to find Asiadu, who was fouled, and that is going to be a yellow card shown to Castellano. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. Birmingham trying to play quickly. Referee going to slow everything down. Much to the dismay of the Birmingham touchline. And now it looks like after the fact, Anderson Asiadu has been shown yellow as well. Maybe it was that last little stamp. Got Asiadu a yellow card caution too. So a pair of yellow cards come out after that challenge. So Castellanos been booked, Asiadu has been booked. Now Birmingham allowed to restart things.
It's been a combative match so far, no question. Both teams showing their commitment.
Asiadu, the challenge on Indom, almost won it back. But Asiadu's hustle does give Birmingham a throw. Bruno Lapa has had a quiet first half so far. He went down, thought there was contact, referee not buying it. It has been a physical first 34 plus minutes. Jake Roof to the other side of things for Dean. Cronali all the way back to Matt Van Okel allows Birmingham a reset. Birmingham came into the day 7 wins across their last 9. One of the best teams in the Eastern Conference this summer. But so far, trailing here at home to New York Red Bulls 2, who are looking for just their 2nd road win of the year. Would be their 4th here in 2022. While Red Bulls 2 have struggled this season, they've had a solid couple of weeks, including a win plus a draw, a 2-2 draw last weekend at Pittsburgh.
That was a comeback draw after being down 2-0. They've definitely got some fighting spirit. They've showed that all season. They're also a team that's had 9 red cards this season, so they've maybe shown their competitiveness too much at times.
See a couple of yellow cards shown this opening 45 minutes. Alex Cronali has one. Anderson Asiadu has one. Jesus Castellano has been shown a yellow card as well. With a little less than 10 minutes left in our opening 45. I believe that is going to be a foul and a free kick for Birmingham as Avante Mullings, the Canadian, is the man down who was also called for the foul. The 21-year-old played his college soccer at Florida Gulf Coast. Still down at the moment.
Looks like maybe just got his leg caught under him as he stretched for that ball.
So Mullins receiving some medical attention. Again, one of the absolute linchpins of this Red Bulls 2 team this year. 24 starts, 2,000 plus minutes. He's the team leader in assists, team leader in tackles. He was on the bench for the team of the week last week. He's been a constant in this lineup, and hopefully he's able to continue for Red Bulls 2's sake. Now Roof and Birmingham can get going once again. Red Bulls in front thanks to a penalty converted by Jordan Adebayo-Smith about 11 minutes ago. Birmingham pushing for an equalizer. Lapa looking over the top. Dean got there. Dean scores! Are you kidding? The touch from Lapa, the finish from Dean, and we're level 1 apiece just like that.
This is such a quality goal. The ball from Bruno Lapa was inch perfect. And then Johnny Dean, a defender, showing amazing composure and touch, putting it underneath the goalkeeper and into the back of the net.
Bruno Lapa setting up a goal-scoring opportunity Something Birmingham fans have gotten rather used to the past few seasons. But how about the touch from Johnny Dean right here?
Fantastic ball, lovely little touch. Defenders are mostly known for blasting balls over the top, but Johnny Dean showing he's got some touch.
The second goal of the year for Dean. Birmingham has the equalizer, and they want more. Anderson Asiadu edge of the area. Still Asiadu. Asiadu, Martinez let it go through. Marlon Santos, Lapa off the post. Lapa keeps it in the mix. Agadello, Aravo, Asiadu.
16 players in and around the box.
And now it is finally cleared away by Felipe, but only as far as Kavita. Dean an early service. And Enzom forced to head it over the line. A Chick-fil-A corner kick coming, and Birmingham Legion are pushing for more than just an equalizer. Lapa had a great look at it.
Somehow managed to bang it off the post, inches away from a second goal.
After Aravo's shot deflected out wide, rinse and repeat. Another corner kick from the opposite flag.
Legion are 2v1 out in the corner. They're going to play it short.
Lapa, just a bit too tall for Agadello. Roof trying to run it down against Adebayo Smith. Now a chance for New York Red Bulls 2 to break. Good work from Aravo to dispossess Murphy. Big body still forward for Birmingham. Crognali a target for Asiadu.
Not sure if it's big body or everybody.
Martinez trying to turn the corner. And Martinez wins Birmingham another Chick-fil-A corner kick.
When Martinez got that ball, there were 5 other Legion players inside the 18 with him. Birmingham Legion is not being shy. They're definitely not being defensive.
Martinez to provide the service from the flag this time. All the way through to Bruno Lapa. Lapa, saved by Nikopolidis. Immense pressure right now provided by this Birmingham front line. New York Red Bulls 2 trying to play out of the back. Asiadu wins it back quickly. Lapa, Martinez onside, side netting.
I'm not sure how he missed that one. He's got a big smile on his face. He had maybe too much time to think about that one. It was a great ball played out to him wide from Bruno Lapa. From 12 yards out, he just simply missed the target.
Martinez has been the danger man all year long. Birmingham Legion, he scored 10 times. He set up another 5 goals as well. Just could not quite find the target there from short range.
That'll be one everybody can laugh about if Legion go on to win this game, but right now, that's a big miss.
Few minutes left in this first 45. What a response this has been from Birmingham Legion after falling down a goal. They've found an equalizer. They continue to push for a second here in this first half.
They found the equalizer. They hit the post a minute later. Then they missed an open net. They're certainly creating chances, no question about that.
Roof fouled from behind by Knapp. The attack starts once again. Dean, the goal scorer, along with Anderson Asiadu on that far side. Enzo Martinez, Bruno Lapa. Lapa's pass cut out. Felipe and Castellano want to break forward. Castellano better be careful. He's taken off it by Asiadu. Flag down for Martinez, whose cross was cut out the first time. That was fine defensive work to get it away from the dangerous Enzo Martinez. Curtis Ofori has had his hands full along that far side. Did the job that time. .44th minute here at Protective Stadium. Maybe a couple of minutes of stoppage time coming to close out this first half after we paused at the half-hour mark for a hydration break. Roof looking over the top. Marlon Santos behind the defense. Santos' cross all the way across the face of goal.
I think he was looking for Enzo Martinez at the far post. Juan Agudelo wanted that ball right in the center of the goal. Sometimes there's too many options and too much time, and the player just can't quite make up his mind.
So a goal kick in the end for Red Bulls 2. Fans are rating title holders visit in-state rivals as the USL on ESPN2 continues. Orange County SC look for a late season surge against Sacramento Republic FC. Sunday, September 18th at 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central Time on ESPN2. There to snuff out that pass. Marlon Santos able to keep it in play. Challenged by Mullings right there along the touchline. Throw in for Birmingham. We'll see in a moment how much stoppage time we'll have to close out this first half. Vita finds Roof, and it is confirmed down below 4 minutes of stoppage time brought to you by UAB Medicine to end this first 45. Castellano. Lovely find, central part of the park, and now Adebayo Smith is on. Adebayo Smith against Crognale. Around Crognale, Adebayo Smith has it saved by Van Oekel.
Adebayo Smith has such an explosive first step. That's twice he's fooled Alex Crognale and left him standing.
Adebayo Smith so close to his second on the afternoon, but Matt Van Oekel, the 35-year-old goalkeeper, makes another big save. Feels like he's made big plays at the back for Birmingham Legion all season long.
He's had 3 of them here tonight. This game could be 4-4.
Lapa trying to get it back to Johnny Dean. Hounded by Ofori, and that was good work from the 16-year-old. Good body positioning to shield Dean away from that through ball. Curtis Ofori, a guy who's been in the New York Red Bulls setup since U13. Signed his first pro contract last March. Now makes his 20th start this afternoon. He's had his hands full this afternoon with Marlon Santos and Johnny Dean. Lapa looking for Agudelo. Agudelo. Santos. Santos cuts it inside and is blocked away by Nicopolidis. Another big stop for the Red Bulls 2 keeper.
Nicopolidis has made 6 saves. Most of them have been really big saves where he's had to come up with a great save.
Corner kick brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Lapa whips it in. Martinez back into the mix and over the top of everybody. Once again, Red Bulls 2 able to escape unscathed. Nicopolidis now over 50 saves so far this year. The former Georgetown Hoya comes from goalkeeping genes. His dad Antonios His goalkeeper on that 2004 Greece team that won the Euros. He's had to make a couple of big stops already this afternoon. Kind of get the feeling he's going to have to make a few more. Killer pass, Felipe. Good work by Dean to take it off of Felipe, who was trying to turn and face goalward. Now we have men down on both sides. Felipe down on one end. Zach Aravo down for Birmingham Legion. As Felipe gets to his feet. We'll see if we can find out what happened with Zach Aravo. Maggie Campanero, the trainer for Birmingham Legion FC, taking a look at the Haitian international at the moment. A very quiet, protective stadium. These fans know how important Zach Aravo is to this club.
Leaning in, flipping over, landing on that shoulder. When you're that big a man, you're that high in the air, coming down is never going to feel good. Looks like he's back up and walking off. Hopefully that's a good sign.
Aravo, the 26-year-old, now in his third year here in Birmingham, his second consecutive. Spent 2019 here on loan from New England Revolution. And spent 2020 with San Antonio. Been back in Birmingham the last couple of seasons, and it's been a very important cog in this side, as Mike mentioned earlier. It looks like he's good to resume back into the mix here now, as Birmingham are back to full strength. We've played the minimum of 4 minutes of added time. How much longer do we have left in this first half? Receiving job there by Agadello. Out to the wide side, Johnny Dean sprinting forward once again. Trying to work towards Enzo Martinez. Martinez back to Dean. His pass cut out. Good work by Knapp. Is there time for one more Red Bulls 2 counter? Castellano. Felipe. Felipe run down by Asiadu. Good work by he and Kavita defensively. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, it was an entertaining first half, to say the least. A goal apiece as we head into the halftime dressing rooms, and it feels like it could have been certainly much more than that. Back and forth we went in the first 45 plus minutes. Be interesting to see what the second 45 have in store. Coming up at halftime, we'll get a look at a busy weekend in the USL Championship. Plus, Mike Edmonds sat down with Grayson DuPont to get his thoughts on his first season here with Birmingham Legion. Plus, we'll get a look at our first half stats and highlights from a busy afternoon so far here at Protective Stadium. That's all coming up at the break. New York Red Bulls 2-1, Birmingham Legion 1. We'll take a timeout and be right back to the Magic City in a moment.
These waves are going to be 10 to 15 feet tall, crashing.
Hey, little babe, don't you cry. We got that sunny morning wind.
There are those that see the storm, and those that see the perfect wave.
You've got that new Wickles Pickles Bacon Burger from Jack's. Kinda sweet. Got a bit of a kick too, though, don't it? Kinda like your girlfriend. Real sweet. Till you spend all day playing golf. Jack's, all about the South. Time to stop counting sheep and start counting bacon. 6 strips of crispy, thick-cut bacon, egg, and cheese on buttery Texas toast. Don't snooze this one. The ultimate big bacon breakfast sandwich, just $4.99. Jack's, all about the South.
here with Grayson DuPont of Birmingham Legion. Grayson, you had a goal a couple games ago. That had to feel pretty good.
Oh man, it was a fantastic feeling.
Is that your first professional goal?
That was my first professional goal, and I'm hoping there's going to be many more.
We hope so as well. You grew up here in Birmingham. Now you're playing for the local professional team. Was that your plan all along?
Oh man, no, the plan all along was to play for Barcelona, but that didn't work out. So I'm joking. This is a great place to be, and I'm really happy to be here.
Well, it hasn't worked out for Barcelona yet,
No.
but we never know what might happen. Your soccer history does kind of take you all over the place. You grew up here. You moved to Florida for a while in high school to play with Monteverde Academy, then went out to New Mexico to play college soccer. What made you want to travel around like that?
Oh man, I think it was just a first opportunity basis. You know, as soon as I turned 13 here, I was really trying to find an academy team. And I found one in Atlanta. And from there, I actually, had a contact to go to Florida. So I kind of just followed, kind of just said yes to every first thing that came to me. And it's worked out pretty well.
You even spent a little time in Spain, if I'm not.
I did. Spent about 6 months in Spain last August to December, and I was planning on going back, but the Legion had contacted me the day before my flight, and obviously that was a dream come true, and I'm just so glad I got to stay.
And so what's it been like now here with Birmingham Legion?
Oh man, it's a completely different level. I feel like I've improved as a soccer player and as an adult tremendously.
Growing up with a father who is fairly well known for being a world-class chef, was moving into the soccer world a little bit of a rebellion, or how'd you end up in soccer?
I think it was, he didn't really like me kicking a ball in the kitchen, so he said take it outside. So that's kind of what happened.
Okay, well, it sounds good. We look forward to watching you play more games with Legion, scoring more goals, and maybe someday playing for Barcelona.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll be right back.
I'm on that routine. I'm on that routine.
Welcome back to our coverage of the USL Championship live here from Birmingham, Alabama on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. One half in the books so far between Birmingham Legion and New York Red Bulls 2, and so far one goal apiece between the two sides. between these two Eastern Conference foes as we get a look at our Eastern Conference table coming into this Sunday afternoon. And Mike, Louisville City, of course, remains at the top, but Birmingham Legion right there in the thick of it, tied with Pittsburgh, just 4 points off the pace set by Tampa Bay in front of them, just 4 points ahead of Miami and 5 points ahead of Detroit chasing behind them.
Well, the top 7 are all really close together. One win or one loss could be the difference from going from second place down to 6th or 7th. So every match, including this one, is going to have a big impact on the final standings.
Pittsburgh technically hold the tiebreaker against Birmingham right now after their head-to-head victory in Pittsburgh earlier this year. But of course, those two teams go head-to-head here in Birmingham coming up on Wednesday, September 14th. It's a busy Saturday, busy weekend in the USL, and it'll be a busy midweek as well, as we have 5 contests coming up in the midweek. The top team in the East, Lou City, goes on the road to an Indy 11 side, Mike, that got a big result against San Antonio on the weekend.
You'd think that would be an easy win for Louisville City, but Indy 11 the last couple weeks have really made some strides. That's going to be a good game. Charleston Battery and Pittsburgh is a chance for Pittsburgh to perhaps really climb up the table, but every game all over. Memphis and Loudoun, another game that can have a big impact on the final standings.
And a quick turnaround for New York Red Bulls too, playing here on this Sunday, then back at home, hosting Hartford Athletic coming up on Wednesday. Some news and notes to get to as well across the USL Championship. Of course, we already talked about it in the first half. Enzo Martinez, another Team of the Week performance after his solid quality outing on the road against Memphis in that 4-2 win.
Martinez, Team of the Week again, but Antoine Openo really showing his class. 40 career assists. That's really something special as well.
And of course, just days away, 10 days away from the U.S. Open Cup Finals, officially a sellout at Exploria Stadium in Orlando, as Orlando City gets set to host the USL Sacramento Republic with silverware and a spot in the CONCACAF Champions League on the line. First half stats here brought to you by Steel City Pops. And Mike, of course, Birmingham had a bulk of the ball. Red Bulls 2 countered quite a bit, but 6 shots on target for Legion FC, 5 for Red Bulls 2. It wasn't just chances these two sides were creating, they were quality chances either side.
Yeah, 70-30 possession makes you think that it's a one-sided match. It has been in possession, but in terms of chances, it's been pretty close. Both goalkeepers have had to come up with a couple of really good saves.
Birmingham Legion averaged 5 shots on target per game this year in USL Championship play, already 6 in the first 45 minutes. We'll see if the second half is end-to-end action like we saw in the first. Right now, the points still certainly very much up for grabs. Birmingham Legion and New York Red Bulls 2 tied at 1 apiece so far in Birmingham this afternoon. The second 45 minutes comes your way in a moment.
I need to try it first.
One more.
One more.
One more, please.
One more, guys, one more. Set, up.
Hey, kid. Yeah, we'll take one more. Oh, one more. Wow!
Welcome back to Birmingham, Alabama Protective Stadium, home to Birmingham Legion FC. Time to look at our first half highlights brought to you by Chick-fil-A. And Mike, it was the home side that really got off to a flying start.
They were very quick out of the gates, created a couple of great opportunities. That one just wide of the post. And then this one almost a steal for Enzo Martinez.
Juan Agudelo had a couple of opportunities as well, but then Red Bulls too started to put their foot on the gas a little bit more.
Some shots from distance, really testing Matt Van Oekel. He came up with a couple of big saves, including that one.
But he couldn't do anything about this one. Jordan Adebayo-Smith, the penalty conceded by Alex Crognale, and it led to an opportunity from the spot for the New York Red Bulls too.
Penalty kick, yellow card for Crognale, and a fantastic finish from Adebayo-Smith.
Fifth goal of the year for Jordan Adebayo-Smith, his second goal this year against Birmingham Legion. That gave New York Red Bulls 2 for the lead, but it didn't last long.
They were celebrating for a little while, but it didn't take long for Legion to create a little bit of magic. Fantastic goal, Bruno Lapa into Johnny Dean, who finishes it so calmly.
Red Bulls 2 lead lasted just a dozen minutes before Lapa and Dean combined to give Birmingham Legion the equalizer, and that is where we stand as we get set for the second half of play here at Protective Stadium on a very warm, sunny day here at Protective Stadium. Everyone trying to find shade as the heat continues to bear down on the crowd here on this Sunday afternoon. Already had one hydration break today. I'm sure we'll get a second in the second half as well. Mike, what do you think the message was first for Birmingham Legion on that first 45 minutes in the halftime dressing room?
I actually think both these teams got the same message. Keep it going. Be relentless. Everything we're doing is working. Both teams, I think, are very pleased with the way it went. Legion created a number of great scoring chances. New York Red Bulls created a few of their own, got a goal, feel like they can probably find another. I think this is going to be a second half very similar to the first, at least until both teams start to fatigue, because it's really hot out here. All the fans have moved to the shaded side of the stadium. The players don't get that luxury. They're really going to feel this heat late in the game.
About 40% of the turf here at Protective Stadium that's now in the shade as the sun continues to set. The second half is underway here at Protective Stadium. All the points very much to play for here in the second 45 minutes for both Red Bulls 2 and Birmingham Legion FC. We'll see if this second half starts as quickly as the first. Right now it looks like it as Red Bulls 2 push forward. Felipe cuts it back. Van Oekel is there with a stop.
Well, that didn't take long. New York Red Bulls shows that they're not going to slow down.
And Erevo dispossessed in the defensive third. Smith for Murphy. Murphy's curling shot cut off by Dean. And a foul goes against Murphy as he jumped on top of Zach Erevo. And it's Erevo who takes another big shot on a ball in the air for the second time in this contest.
I think this was perhaps an elbow to the head. Zach Erevo certainly holding his head.
Yellow card's been shown to John Murphy, brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. As Erevo remains down on the Protective Stadium turf. Let's see if we can get another look at this aerial challenge.
It's the leading arm that catches Zach Erevo. Murphy not going up straight. You can see the angle he jumped into Zach Erevo. And when you lead with an arm like that and then catch a guy in the head, you're going to get the card.
It's the second time today Maggie Campanero has had to attend to Zach Erevo. The Haitian international is to his feet. Looks to be all right. So another very quick start to a half here at Protective Stadium. Thanks for joining us, whether you're watching on My68 or ESPN+. Fans don't miss a minute of the action in 2022. Whether your club's on the road or at home, catch nearly every second of the USL Championship action here on ESPN+. Home to the USL, MLS, La Liga, Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Dean able to bring that down, looking for Anderson Asiadu. Dean able to help out his teammates, but not connect with him a second time.
Legion have done most of their attacking down the right side tonight. Johnny Dean and Enzo Martinez have spent a lot of time over here.
Agadello for Martinez. Back to Agadello. He goes down, a penalty given. How about the footwork from Juan Agadello? A foul committed by Endom means Birmingham Legion are going to have a chance to take the lead from the spot.
Endom and Agadello have had a physical battle all night, but this time Agadello faced him up, got to run at him. Clever little touch between the legs. Just enough contact. Juan Agadello goes down. The referee with no choice has to make the call. Our second penalty of the night.
These are two teams that don't really concede penalties this year. Birmingham conceded just their third of the year in the first half. This is just the third penalty New York Red Bulls 2 have conceded this year. After Adebayo Smith scored from the spot, Juan Agadello trying to do likewise. Agadello to give Birmingham Legion the lead. And he does. Cool as you like from Juan Agadello. And Birmingham, from down 1-0, are up 2-1.
Juan Agadello leads the celebration over to where the substitute players were warming up.
Seventh goal of the year for Juan Agadello, and for the second consecutive game, he scores from the spot. After converting a penalty against Memphis, he converts once again on this Sunday afternoon. And Birmingham have taken a deficit and turned it into a lead with 40 minutes left.
He just waits to see the goalkeeper move and calmly passes it to the other side of the net. Can't be any simpler than that.
29-year-old Juan Agadello. What an impact he has made since being signed by Birmingham Legion about a month or so into the campaign. Foul this time is going to go against Zach Arivo after Michael Knapp went airborne. So New York Red Bulls 2 now find themselves trailing 2-1. 2-1 the scoreline that Birmingham Legion got all 3 points with last time these two teams met in New Jersey. Marlon Santos off and running. How about that touch for Marlon Santos? Around multiple defenders. Still Marlon. Worked by Endom to cut him out, but now he's fouled edge of the box.
Endom with some excellent 1v1 defending. Wouldn't allow Santos to go past him. As the help came, they were just a little too aggressive. Brought Santos down and gives Legion a free kick.
Devontae Mullings got a foot in. Marlon Santos, the most fouled Birmingham Legion player this year, wins his side set piece opportunity in the attacking third, brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner. Bruno Lapa just over the top of Crognale. Martinez on the volley. It took a deflection on the way through. Last off a Red Bulls 2 defender. A corner kick brought to you by Chick-fil-A is coming.
Those are tough when the shot is coming through a crowd. It can deflect off anybody, can go any direction. That time deflects wide, but just as easily could have deflected into the corner.
Lapa, a driven service. Doesn't quite get to Arivo. Back out here to Lapa. Dean. Santos, just a bit too tall, but again, deflected wide by a Red Bulls 2 defender. Another Chick-fil-A corner kick here for the home side.
I'm not sure that was shot high. I think that was deflected over. Might have been in the upper corner had it not been deflected.
This corner taken short to Enzo Martinez. Jake Roof. Out the other side, Anderson Asiadu. Trying to get around Knapp, could not. Knapp and Ofori were over there on that side. 16-year-old Curtis Ofori continues to put in quite the shift at fullback today for Red Bulls 2. Agadello dispossessed from behind by Mulling. Still another Birmingham throw. Roof trying to split defenders, and Agadello is going to be called for the foul.
Juan Agadello loves to use his body to hold defenders off. That time he used his arm and just gave a little shove. Referee making a very good call.
So here comes Ofori. Castellano. Last touch by Dean. Throw in for Red Bulls 2. This is a New York Red Bulls 2 side that struggled to score this year. Last in the league in goals scored with 17, but that's not been the case over the last few weeks. Scored 1 against Memphis, scored 2 in a win against Atlanta United 2. Scored 1 against Charleston and scored 2 in a draw last weekend against Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
You can see why they've started to score. They're relentless in the attack. They're relentless in the pressure they put on you, trying to cause turnovers in their attacking third. But it also leaves them a little bit exposed for the counterattack, as Legion have showed tonight.
Good work by Murphy to win Red Bulls 2 a free kick here. Able to shield off Jake Roof. Maybe a bit too far for shooting range here for Murphy.
It's a long way out. You're a good 35 yards. Murphy showed he can hit the ball and he likes to look to goal, but I think he'll probably play something a little more delicate.
Murphy and Castellano both giving it a look. Here's Murphy. Flicked goalward. Van Okel does well to come off his line and collect. Multiple Red Bull 2 players are making that run towards the mouth of goal. Bruno Lapa trying to spur the counter the other direction. Juan Agadello thought he was offside. A nice catch there from Kano Smith, the Legion FC assistant. 10+ minutes into our second 45, Birmingham Legion in front. It was scoreless through 24 minutes until Adebayo Smith's goal from the spot gave New York Red Bulls 2 an early lead. 2 straight goals scored from Birmingham Legion FC. 1 in the first half, 1 early here in the second. Have them in the driver's seat for the moment. Marlon Santos towards the back post. Almost got to Agadello. Ofori is down. Asiadu trying to turn the corner. And a free kick given. Asiadu brought down by Knapp. So Anderson Asiadu wins Birmingham Legion another set piece opportunity.
Asiadu sees the contact coming, rides the tackle. Looked like maybe he caught a knee to the thigh, which is what brought the grimace to his face.
Free kick brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner for Bruno Lapa. Towards Enzo Martinez, edge of the box. Martinez serves towards the back post. Nicopolitis makes the play. Giannis Nikopoulides had a very busy first half. He's not had to make a save yet here in the second as Enzo Martinez quickly wins it back. Martinez with Lapa. Still Lapa. Siadou back to Dean. Gives Birmingham a quick reset. And Red Bulls 2 win the throw. Michael Knapp went to ground. According to the referee, won it back for New York Red Bulls 2. Knapp's pass picked off by Agudelo. Throw for Birmingham right in front of their head coach, Thompson.
Both these teams so quick to put each other under pressure. You have to know what you're going to do with the ball before it comes to you because you have no time to think once it gets there.
Siadou into the feet of Agudelo. Tried to get it back to him. Last touched by Ofori. That's a corner brought to you by Chick-fil-A for Birmingham Legion.
There's contact on every play. All these players are going to need an ice bath after this one. It's a hot day, but it's been a bruising game.
Good sportsmanship there from Siadou to help up Ofori. So those two collided again. De Leon with the header away from trouble. Both center backs still forward for Birmingham. Martinez that direction. Agudelo. Crognali. Still Alex Crognali. Still Crognali. Denied. Nikopoulides with a kick save.
Good goalkeeping from Nikopoulides. Alex Crognali found himself in a position that he doesn't find himself very often. He's 1v1 with the keeper coming from the edge of the goal. Decided why not just try and blast it at him and see what happens. Good goalkeeping, and Nikopoulides cleared it out.
Castellano able to hold off Dean. Now Red Bulls 2 can push bodies forward. Castellano behind Adebayo Smith. Rather easy collection for Van Okel in the end.
They were 4v4 for a moment. Castellanos just made the wrong choice.
Quarter hour into our second half. Birmingham Legion in front by 1 after that penalty kick converted by Juan Agudelo. Jonathan Felipe cuts it inside. His pass cut out by Dean. Martinez trying to hold it up, won the free kick. And there's a Red Bulls 2 player down. And the Red Bulls attacking third.
I believe that is Jesus Castellano. He had made a sprint diagonally across the field.
Another look at it here. That's the foul on Daniel De Leon. Castellano is all right. It's Curtis Ofori, the fullback, who has been involved quite a bit so far today.
He pulled up as he was running, grabbing the back of his leg. 9 times out of 10, that means a hamstring pull. Hopefully he'll be okay. But he is headed to the sideline, and they have immediately substituted for him.
Well, let's see if we can get another look at what happened to Ofori.
Right at the corner of the 18, you can see him just pull up and then go to ground.
Adrian Racinos, the 17-year-old, has come on to replace him. First sub of the contest for either side. Good sign for Red Bulls 2. Racinos was questionable coming into the day. Looks like he'll finish the day. Dean. First offensive work there from Racinos, who's made 5 appearances with the Guatemalan U20s, qualified for the U20 World Cup. Fourth sub appearance for Racinos. After playing 26 minutes against Pittsburgh last time out. But went down, referee not giving him the whistle. Alex Crognale goes the safe way back to the feet of Van Oekel and Kavita. Birmingham fans, to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news, be sure to follow at BHM Legion on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Download the Legion FC app today. Available on both the App Store and Google Play, the Legion FC app, and at BHM Legion on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Your home for all things Birmingham Legion FC. Lapa, a little push in the back from De Leon. Another free kick for Birmingham. Birmingham want De Leon to be booked here. Referee not going to oblige, just telling De Leon that's his last straw that he's got before he sees yellow.
Just a little clip from behind. Bruno Lapa clearly with position.
So another free kick for Birmingham Legion as Bruno Lapa has some big bodies at the edge of the area awaiting this service. The Brazilian already with one outstanding assist today, his third of the year. Towards the edge of the area. Kavita. Aravo. Roof. Aravo into the area. De Leon didn't quite catch it cleanly. Siadou thought he could turn with possession instead. It's going to be a handball. Goes against Anderson Asiadou, and New York Red Bulls 2 waste no time trying to play quickly. Fortunately for them, possession ends quickly as well. Roof's pass a bit too tall for Dean. 65 minutes in. 25 minutes to go today here at Protective Stadium on a very warm and muggy Sunday afternoon. Felipe still attacking. Good work by Dean to track it down. And he doesn't concede a corner either, just a throw from that deep corner.
Johnny Dean has come to the rescue a couple of times tonight. We've mostly seen him in the attacking third, but 2 or 3 times he's covered for his teammates very well.
Dean with another clearance here as far as Anderson Asiadou, and Asiadou gets around a man. De Leon chasing as Asiadou races into the attacking third. Asiadou, Agadello, and Agadello couldn't quite get it through to Martinez.
Don't see that very often, but Juan Agadello had a heavy touch, put the ball too far from himself, and just couldn't get the second touch to play the ball out wide to Marlon Santos.
Credit the hustle, too, of Indom and Avante Mullins. Both of whom were sprinting back to try to help out this Red Bulls back line. Marlon Santos cuts it inside. Nobody made the run he was anticipating. Another throw for Legion FC. Fans can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC channel 157. North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Plus hear live matches for the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more on Sirius XM FC 157 in the SXM app. So that's going to be Aravo that's calling for the foul after that challenge.
Aravo had a chance to play Jake Roof into the corner, took an extra touch and got himself in trouble. In the end, decided to just bring the man down and stop the play rather than let New York Red Bulls counter.
Son Indom take the free kick for Red Bulls 2, but first a change. As Red Bulls 2 make their second substitution, it's Pinto Estrella, 16-year-old who comes on here.
Didn't really seem possible, but New York Red Bulls 2 have found a way to get even younger.
Castellano, the 19-year-old, off. Estrella, the 16-year-old, on. New Jersey native making his first appearance for New York Red Bulls 2 as Lapa plays through Juan Agudelo, who's in on goal. Agudelo trying to get around the keeper, off the post, the rebound wide.
You don't see that very often. Juan Agudelo beats the keeper. The shot hits the post. The rebound comes back to him, and he misses the empty net.
Agudelo inches away from his brace not once but twice. And the deficit's still just one for New York Red Bulls 2.
Red Bulls have been living dangerously all game long. It's been working in the sense that they've kept the game close all game long. But again and again, Legion have found their way through this defense and created some great chances to score.
Rosinos couldn't quite keep that in play. A throw for Birmingham Legion, and unfortunately for Juan Agudelo, that is going to be his last moment of the match, as Sadiq Balarbi, the Englishman, is set to replace him here in the 70th minute.
Well, that substitution was planned before the missed shot, but Juan Agudelo will come off with his last memory being him missing the target from 6 yards out.
Still a warm reception for Agudelo from the fans down below. His footwork created the penalty, and then he put away the penalty kick subsequently to give Birmingham the lead here early in the second half. Another look at his last bit of action before coming off.
Beats the keeper nicely. Shot comes off the post, and he's literally inside the 6 and finds a way to miss the target.
Tough break for Agudelo, who is replaced. Sadiq Balarbi, the 30-year-old Englishman, comes off the bench for the 5th time this year, after being officially signed and announced about a month ago. Balarbi played the final 21 minutes last weekend against Memphis.
Balarbi's gotten better and better each time we've seen him. He's a very quick player, good technique. Seems to look at goal every time he gets the ball. He's one of those guys who knows which direction he wants to play, and it's almost always forward.
Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. Is shown to Jonathan Felipe. He went through the back of Johnny Dean. Last little push there. That's what drew the yellow card caution, the 4th shown to a New York Red Bulls 2 player today. Ibrahim Sakaya on the opposite touchline, not a huge fan of the call. The interim head coach for Red Bulls 2 has to be pleased with the effort of his team so far today on the road, still within striking distance. Marlon Santos did run that down. Can he keep it in play? Not quite. And Marlon Santos comes up limping. And that is not what Birmingham fans want to see.
He was at a full sprint just to get to that ball. Had a great first touch to put it behind the defense. And then perhaps rolled his ankle as he tried to twist and turn right on the end line.
He is grabbing at that left ankle. We'll see if we have a look at what happened here.
Great first touch there, and it looks like he just caught his toe in the turf as he made the turn. Tweaked that ankle a little bit.
Marlon Santos, such a dynamic winger, 27-year-old from Brazil. Scored 4 times this year. Had a goal and an assist last time out against Memphis.
walks off the field, but he's still got a grimace on his face. I would think Legion will make a change fairly soon for him and not risk more damage to that ankle.
They're going to go ahead and make that change right now. Marlon Santos, unfortunately, his afternoon comes to a premature close. It's the 17-year-old Mateo Bunbury comes on to replace him. So Bunbury on for the 8th time this year. One of the youngsters for Birmingham Legion going to get some run. Final 17 minutes of the afternoon. Lapa leaves it for a Siadu. Back to the feet of Bruno Lapa. Lapa with options to the back post. Martinez! It's that man again, Enzo Martinez. And Birmingham doubles their advantage here late.
Young players, pay attention. If you run and run and run and run and work harder than everybody else on the field, the ball has a way of finding you. Enzo Martinez sprinting to the back post, getting on the end of a very good cross and heads it home.
It all started with a Siadu and Lapa, and for the second time today, Mike, an excellent serve from Bruno Lapa.
Well, Bruno Lapa is a terrifically skillful player, and he is showing it tonight. First with a very delicate chip over the defense for Johnny Dean to score, and now a pinpoint cross onto the head of Enzo Martinez.
It's a 2-assist afternoon for Bruno Lapa. Enzo Martinez might have just supplied Birmingham Legion with the dagger. Spallarby's off and running, trying to get around Daniel De Leon. Good work by De Leon to shield it away from him. Quarter hour left this afternoon in Birmingham. And Legion FC have a 2-goal advantage. 3 goals unanswered for the home side. Enzo Martinez, once again on the team of the week last week. He's got yet another goal, his 11th this year. Maybe that makes up for a point-blank miss in the first half. As Asiadu brings that down with his chest, it's 4-on-3 if Asiadu hurries. Asiadu is cut back, cut out by De Leon. Murphy couldn't quite keep that in play. A throw for Legion FC. And our referee today, John Matto, is going to stop things for a second half hydration break here at the 76th minute.
New York Red Bulls will be very happy to take a break, catch their breath, get some refreshment, and talk things over.
It was New York Red Bulls 2 who jumped out to an early lead this afternoon. Jordan Adebayo-Smith in the 25th minute gave the visitors the lead, but since then Birmingham Legion with 3 straight goals. Johnny Dean in the first half, Juan Agudelo, and then Enzo Martinez. Birmingham Legion have taken control. Juan Agudelo in the second half gave Birmingham Legion the lead.
Waits so calmly, knows the keeper's going to dive out of the way. And Bruno Lapa, what a ball this is. Enzo Martinez doing the hard work, but Bruno Lapa showing his class.
That play all started with a header from Dean, and Lapa and Asiadu with excellent interplay. Just the man who, Mike, you said never stops running. Enzo Martinez finds himself in a position to score once again. What an off-season acquisition Enzo Martinez has been for this Birmingham Legion side. Last year with Charlotte, he scored 7 times with 5 assists. This year, 11 goals so far for Legion FC with another 5 assists. And oh, by the way, top 5 in the league in goal-scoring chances created as well. Birmingham Legion have found the back of the net 3 times today against New York Red Bulls 2. And our They're 13 plus minutes away from their 8th win over their last 10 contests. Their 5th win over their last 6. The only blemish in there, a home loss to Detroit City last Wednesday. As Bunbury's called for the foul as we get play restarted. Ruiz out the other side for Indom. His pass just a bit too far out in front of its intended target. As Mullings was trying to join the New York Red Bulls attack. Birmingham fans, Legion FC head out on the road after this match to take on Miami on Saturday, September 3rd at 6 o'clock Central. Fans can tune in to watch the match on ESPN Plus or My68. You can follow at BHM Legion on Twitter for live match updates. Felipe. Still Felipe. His pass cut out. Kavita and Asiadu were there. Balarabi trying to make the run in behind. Balarabi able to run it down. Sadiq Balarabi looking to score. Denied by Nikopolidis.
Nikopolidis has been the man of the match for New York Red Bulls too. He wished it wasn't so. Even though he's given up 3 goals tonight, he's made 6 or 7 terrific saves.
Kavita ushers the through pass all the way back to his goalkeeper, Matt Van Oekel. Legion fans, the squad return to Protective Stadium on Wednesday, September 14th at 7 o'clock to battle the Pittsburgh Riverhounds in a pivotal matchup in the Eastern Conference playoff race. Get your tickets today at bhmlegion.com/tickets. It's Birmingham Legion and Pittsburgh Riverhounds, Wednesday, September 14th, right here at Protective Stadium. +10 minutes to go here on this Sunday afternoon. Asiadu taken off it momentarily by Ruiz. Dean there to clean it up. Dean. Lapa. Still Lapa. Nikopolidis, another stop. I think Giannis Nikopolidis is now in double figures in the save column this afternoon. The Greek goalkeeper came into the day with 46 saves on 12 starts. He has had to make quite a few stops today. Balarabi looks for options to pick out. Work by Racinos to take it off him. Does concede a Chick-fil-A corner kick. The 10th corner kick of the day for the home side. It looks like Birmingham are prepping another change down below. As the Canadian Ryan James gets set to check in a moment. Alex Cronali's flicked header goes wide. Racinos running it down near the flag, hounded by Kavita. Goal kick in the end for New York Red Bulls too. And now Birmingham will make that change. Ryan James officially announced. Zach Arivo, the man coming off. Arivo's going to have some bumps and bruises after this one.
He's been a warrior today, and he'll feel like it later tonight. He's caught some elbows. He landed hard on his shoulder. He's been fouled a couple of times. And on top of that, he's run all over this field.
Nice ovation for the crowd down below for Arivo. As Ryan James comes on, 25th appearance of the year for James, the 12th time he's come off the bench. Trying to help Birmingham Legion see out this 3-point performance this afternoon against Red Bulls too. De Leon looking over the top for Adebayo Smith. Kavita cuts it out. Van Oekel's had a relatively quiet second half after had to do quite a bit of work in the first. Cronali finds Lapa. Siadu for Dean. Johnny Dean racing forward once again. Dean leaves it for Lapa. And his pass to James cut out. Great hustle from Mullings to get back into the mix.
Bruno Lapa should have just hit that ball first time. It was laid on a platter for him right at the edge of the 18. Trying to be a nice teammate, unselfish play. But when you've got that clean a look at goal, you've just got to hit the ball.
Still Dean in the attacking half here for Legion FC. Mateo Bunbury here as well. Larby back to the teenager. Bunbury. Bunbury on that left foot. His cross took a deflection. Lapa brings it down. Mullings once again, a solid defensive effort. Martinez. Lapa back to Martinez. Just wide of the mark.
Enzo Martinez was pushed from left wing to defensive midfield when they brought on Ryan James, but he's still finding a way to get forward and look at goal.
Already with one goal today, Martinez had a pretty good look at a brace there. Felipe able to turn. Martinez takes it off his feet. And Felipe brings down Asiadu. Oh, we might get a whistle there. Referee thought otherwise. James looking for the run of Mateo Bunbury, who's onside. Bunbury with a chance. He yanks it just wide.
I'm sure after this hot day, Legion are going to take a day off. But when they get back on the practice field, it might be time for some breakaway practice. They've been one versus the keeper 4 or 5 times, and they have not yet found the net in those situations.
One more change here for Red Bulls 2 as Daniel De Leon makes way for Davi Alexandre, the 15-year-old. Makes his second appearance for New York Red Bulls 2 this year. Valuable experience for another youngster in this Red Bulls setup. Birmingham fans, head to the Legion FC Twitter page at BHM Legion immediately following the final whistle to vote on who you thought earned Man of the Match honors tonight. At BHM Legion on Twitter to cast your vote on the Man of the Match in this one. Plenty of options. Bruno Lapa, a couple of assists. Enzo Martinez with a goal. Juan Agudelo with a goal. Johnny Dean with a goal. Zach Aravo put in some good work in midfield. Anderson Asiadu likewise. As Kavita heads that away from trouble.
Don't forget, in the first half, Matt Van Okel came up with a number of big saves.
He's had a quiet second half, but he made some big stops in the first. As Roof clears that cross away. As far as Alexandre. Strella. +3 minutes left, and then some stoppage time to close out the afternoon here in the Deep South. That might have been a handball on Ruiz. Referee says play on. Martinez cuts out that pass. Balarabi has it taken off his foot before the break can begin, but now the break does happen. Lapa with options either side. Asiadu, can he run this down? Not quite.
Anderson Asiadu wisely jumping over the tackle. Knew the big man was going to throw himself to ground this late in the match. Didn't want to get tangled up and potentially get injured.
San Indam has made a couple of key interventions today for this Red Bulls 2-back line. Showing that experience. Guy that's played over 5,000 minutes at the back line for Red Bulls 2, even at the tender age of still just 23. James back to the feet of Enzo Martinez. Lapa and Dean on this side with Bunbury. As Birmingham Legion trying to see this one out. Their third win potentially against New York Red Bulls 2. Going back to the team's 2 matchups back in 2019, the first year of the franchise for Birmingham Legion. First ever matchup between these two, Red Bulls 2-1 going away 5-0 up in New Jersey. Birmingham later that year returned the favor in October of 2019 with a 2-1 win. They got a 2-1 win in New Jersey back in May of this year. Lead by 2 in the 89th minute here this afternoon as one more Chick-fil-A corner kick is coming for the home side.
This is perhaps the one element of the game that Legion have not been effective in tonight.
Lapa has it headed away. Like Alexandre got ahead to it. Dean reserves. Kavita unmarked for the moment. Roof back to the feet of Enzo Martinez. Kavita lets everybody reset as we've hit the 90th minutes here at Protective Stadium. Ryan James in an offside position, the flag up. Been a busy August for both these sides. Been a good one for Birmingham Legion.
New York Red Bulls too have made some progress.
Yep.
They've scored some goals, they've gotten some points, and they've shown that they can compete. They're not going to come away with any points tonight, but they've put on a good performance. They've been entertaining, they've worked hard, they've created chances. I think they've got a lot of positives that they'll take home with them tonight.
They've got one more opponent coming in short order at home against Hartford Athletic as we've entered stoppage time. 4 minutes stoppage time to close the night, brought to you by UAB Medicine. Red Bulls 2 got off to a great start here in Birmingham as Anderson Asiadu takes Michael Knapp for a ride, and that is going to be a yellow card, brought to you by Rubio Law Firm.
Both players with a smile on their face. Anderson using his body really well, and then says, okay, I'll just give you a lift.
Michael Knapp has been in a number of challenges today. The Montclair State product. Shown yellow there, right at the tail end of the contest. Thought Birmingham Legion might be fresh after a run of matches there where they had in short order, got some rest, got some fresher legs. Played a very, very good second half after going into the break tied at 1. Scored a couple more goals here in the second. Deserving of the 3 points that are coming their way. Slapa runs that down. Martinez. Roof. Roof looking for Bellarabi. Bellarabi has it denied by Nikopolidis. And Bunbury couldn't quite get there in time to put away the rebound.
Bunbury got crushed at the far post. He was trying to catch up and get there as bodies went flying. There are a number of bodies that landed on top of Bunbury. Good strike, good save, and then bodies everywhere at the finish.
Chick-fil-A corner kick taken short. Dean to the feet of Lapa. Dean, one more push forward before Nikopolidis could get his hands on it. Alexandre cleared it away.
25 shots tonight for Legion. They've continued to just build their attacking stats and their attacking prowess.
Three goals, 3.7 XG for a Legion FC attack that has had plenty of opportunities, especially in this second half. Through 3 minutes of our minimum of 4. Slop is able to bring that down. One more time for Dean. Bunbury around a man. Bunbury's cross deflected. James saves the possession for Birmingham, but he was offside.
York will take their time, push everybody up, and I would think just clear this ball out of danger, wait for the referee's whistle.
Long road trip for New York Red Bulls too. Put up quite the fight. What's been an entertaining contest. The only USL Championship game on this Sunday has certainly delivered in terms of entertainment value. 4 goals, plenty of scoring chances either side.
Nobody's going to leave this stadium bored, that's for sure. It was a very entertaining match by both teams.
3 goals from 3 different goal scorers, and it's 3 points for Birmingham Legion on this Sunday afternoon, as they're 3-1 winners against New York Red Bulls 2. Head coach Tom Sohn appreciative of the home crowd that came out on this Sunday afternoon. As Birmingham Legion win once again, their 8th win over their last 10 matches. Behind a couple of second half goals, the 3 Sparks get 3 more points and push back in front of Pittsburgh Riverhounds for the moment.
Tommy Sohn walking out to offer a handshake, and Ibrahim Sakaya says no thank you. It was a combative night all night. Both teams competed hard. Coaches aren't done competing yet.
Birmingham Legion FC 3-1 winners over New York Red Bulls 2. We'll take a timeout, wrap up our coverage live for Protective Stadium here in Birmingham in a moment.
It's true, everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy S22 with a Galaxy trade-in. Any year, any condition.
Really? Even if my old phone looks like this?
Dude, why?
How could you? It's okay, people. I've trained for this.
It's not complicated. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy S22 with the Galaxy trade-in. Any year, any condition.
These waves are going to be 10 to 15 feet tall, crashing.
Hey, little babe, don't you cry. We got that sunny morning with
There are those that see the storm, and those that see the perfect wave.
Sauce Furnace in the distance here in Birmingham, Alabama, as we welcome you back to Protective Stadium full time. It's Birmingham Legion FC winners over New York Red Bulls 2 by a final scoreline of 3-1. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman here with you as we look at our final match stats from a very busy 90 minutes here in Birmingham on this Sunday afternoon. Mike, 24 shots from Birmingham Legion FC. They had plenty of scoring opportunities. New York Red Bulls 2's opportunities kind of dried up there in the second half, and Birmingham, with those 2 second half goals, proved to be the difference.
A lot of possession for Legion over the course of 90 minutes. A lot of shots over the 90 minutes. But Red Bulls, too, put up a fight. They didn't just lay there and take it. They really tried to go in both directions. First half, you could see the energy output was high. Second half, Legion really kind of took it to them and created the better chances and got the goals that they wanted.
Birmingham Legion winners once again here at home. Their 5th win over their last 6, their 8th win over their last 10. One of the top teams in the East continues to push forward. Meanwhile, no rest for New York Red Bulls, too. They have a Wednesday night showdown with Hartford Athletic and then Charleston and Miami coming up to start the month of September.
Yeah, it's a tough end of the season for New York Red Bulls, too. Long trip to Birmingham, back up north for a home match, then back down to Charleston, and a week after that, you're headed out to California. So they're going to be road warriors, but they're certainly putting out the effort on the field, and hopefully they'll enjoy some of these travels.
We'll see if they can pick up a home result as well against Hartford. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion FC, they pick up 3 points here, and now it's back-to-back road games and a road-filled month of September coming up.
They get a couple days to rest, but at Miami FC is going to be a tough match. Miami is showing that they've got some energy left at the end of this season, and all these games are going to be big games as Legion are trying to earn that home playoff advantage.
Yeah, Miami fresh off that 3-point performance at home against Lou City. So Birmingham Legion will have their work cut out for them next weekend. But for now, they can enjoy all 3 points here on this Sunday afternoon. Plenty of smiles at Protective Stadium as Birmingham Legion pick up win number 15 this year by a final score of 3-1 over New York Red Bulls 2. Anderson Asiadu, another solid showing in his 2nd consecutive starts. He's smiling. Certainly the Birmingham Legion supporters who made it out this afternoon smiling as well. 3 goals for the home side across 3 different goal scorers. It means the 3 Sparks pick up a much-needed 3 points to get them through to 50 points here on this 2022 campaign. Certainly an exciting and entertaining Sunday afternoon matinee. Glad to have you along for the ride. For Mike Getman and our entire crew here in Birmingham, I'm Blake Gardner saying so long from Birmingham, Alabama and Protective Stadium. We'll talk to you next time.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.